Hey everybody, welcome back to the Working Man's Whiskey. I'm Bobby. Happy Saturday everybody. Happy weekend. Here we are, Saturday afternoon. Just got back from a funeral a little while ago. So that's why I'm wearing this shirt right here. It's not my usual attire here on the channel, but felt like talking about some whiskey, guys. So told you guys I want to do another iconic whiskey. Jack Daniel's. It's one of their special edition whiskeys here. It's Red Dog Saloon. And Jack Daniel, I should say, as we know, started getting into whiskey at a young age. A guy named Dan Call sort of adopted him in, and Dan Call and a slave who lived on the property at the time, near Screen, I believe his name was, taught Jack how to make whiskey. And when Jack got a little bit older, Dan Call decided, he had a decision to make to whether to stick with his church or stick with making whiskey. And his church kind of won out, and so he decided to sell his distillery to Jack. And Jack Daniel's started making whiskey at a young age. Probably the most iconic name in whiskey in America, along with Jim Beam and a few others. But anyway, Jack Daniel, after he established his distillery and started making a name for himself, he put up a couple saloons in Lynchburg, I guess, toward the Lynchburg town square. The first one, I believe, was the White Rabbit, which Jack Daniel's kind of commemorated a few years back with another whiskey. And the second one was called the Red Dog Saloon. And when I first saw this bottle, the name Red Dog Saloon caught my eye. I've spent a lot of time in Virginia City, Nevada, and there's a Red Dog Saloon there. So I kind of, at first, thought that the Red Dog Saloon they were talking about here was the same one there, and kind of wondered how it was connected to Jack Daniel and what he's done. So as I read more, I saw that he put up his saloons, both the White Rabbit and the Red Dog Saloon, just to have a good time. He'd have music there, whiskey tastings, all kinds of crazy stuff there with his patrons. And so, of course, I wanted to buy this whiskey. Jack Daniel's or Jim Beam or Wild Turkey, and so many great whiskeys out there that anytime they put something out, I need to try it out. So here we are with this one. I kind of, off the bat, guys, of course I haven't, as you can see, I haven't opened this up yet. I just bought this yesterday after work, so haven't tasted this. I'm kind of expecting it to be pretty much like regular Jack. It's a little bit higher proof. Instead of 80 proof, it's 86 proof, 43% ABV. And that's okay. They've raised the proof a little bit, and maybe there are some new notes in there. Jack Daniel's products are great. I know he's one of the most iconic names, but also one of the most kind of mass-produced whiskeys out there. And that doesn't bother me, guys. I love small batch whiskeys. I love single barrel whiskeys, but you know what? There's always a spot for Jack on the shelf, and gotta try out the stuff when it comes out, especially if it's a limited edition. Limited edition. Can't talk today. Sorry, but let's open this bottle up, see what we got, and. It's looking pretty good through the bottle. That's one of the first things I noticed, guys. Is I don't know how long they aged this. I'm guessing somewhere between 4 and 6 years. But it's kind of a nice light to medium amber color there. I'll read you the bottle like I always do. It says, Mr. Jack never did anything halfway. Every day we'll make it the best we can. That was Jack's motto, whether it came to making a smooth sip of whiskey or making a place to serve it. True to Mr. Jack's tradition, every drop is still made in Lynchburg, Tennessee. And the other side says, the Red Dog Saloon, established in 1892, is the more mysterious of the two Jack Daniel's original Lynchburg saloons. No photographs of it exist, but if it was anything like its sister watering hole, the White Rabbit Saloon, the house was packed with cornet music, camaraderie, and conversation. So, like I said, cornet music, of course. Cornet is kind of like a trumpet, I guess, old school. But it just sounds like a big party. Music and music and conversation. You just imagine a kind of an Old West type rowdy saloon, and that kind of thing really picks an interest with me. I love it. It's kind of I don't know. It's kind of my style of things. The Old West and just a different time. And whenever I drink Jack Daniel's, I kind of picture myself back in an old time like that. So anyway, let's take a look at this. As I said, it's kind of a light to medium. It's kind of I don't know. I guess it's like a light amber color. Your classic Jack Daniel's color there. So let's go to the nose. All right, and on the nose, guys, definitely get some caramel and toffee type notes. Pretty sweet, reminiscent of a lot of Jack Daniel's products. You get a lot of wood in there. Definitely some char. A good amount of char, and let's see what else. Some vanilla. I get both lighter fruits and darker fruit as well. Let's go in for a taste. And on the palate, it's a good taste, really good taste. It's definitely a Jack Daniel's product. You can get that right off the bat. Jack Daniel's, to me, yeah, it's mass produced, but you can always tell, in my opinion, when you're drinking a Jack Daniel's product. It's so consistent. And on the taste, you definitely get some of that caramel, toffee type flavor. A little bit of corn, but the corn isn't too strong. It's not an overpowering corn type note there. But definitely a lot of wood, a lot of barrel char in there, and just charcoaly type notes in there as well. Some good vanilla. Let's take another taste. And you know what? You're getting some good spice in there as well. Some really good spice. I'm not sure what the rye content is in this particular bottle here, but if it's anything like the famous Jack Daniel's regular mash bill, it's for some reason this particular bottle is giving me more rye than I get in the original Jack Daniel's. Maybe it's just that little bit of a higher proof, 86 instead of 80. But I feel like maybe there's a slightly higher rye content in this mash bill here. Can't say that for a fact, but like I said, maybe it's just the proof. But it's kind of cool, guys. On the back here, it says, 125th anniversary Red Dog Saloon. But it also gives you a serial number to register your bottle. So it's kind of cool. You can do that on their website. And then, of course, it's just a an awesome bottle, guys. You gotta love Jack Daniels. You know, kind of old school. Old school designs on their bottles. Just lets me know, kind of reminds me I'm drinking a classic whiskey. It's been around for a long time, and I really appreciate that. That's about it for this one, guys. I'll tell you, this bottle here cost me about $25, which is not a bad price at all. Definitely worth the money. I would buy this if I were you. It's a limited edition as well, so not going to be able to get it forever. And definitely try it out, because anything Jack to me is worth trying. If you're not a Jack Daniels fan, try it out anyway. I mean, I recommend just trying everything at least once before you kind of turn your nose up at it. I've learned to appreciate Jim Beam and Jack Daniels, and just I know there's people that prefer one or the other, like a Ford or a Chevy, but I'm not into all that. It's just good is good to me, and I think this one's really good. So definitely try it out, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. I'm not sure what my next review will be, but I'm going to keep my eyes open, and if you guys have any ideas, feel free to let me know in the comments. And have a good rest of your weekend, guys. Look forward to doing this again soon. Till next time, cheers.